Peace, and peace. Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, just wanted to make this video real fast. I'm about to run down the street here, holler at one of my folks, and then stop at the ATM, get some cash. But I was looking at my scheduler before I left out the door, and I was like, wow, man, you busy as heck. And it's cool though. It's cool. It's lovely. You know, and it made me think. It started making me think. Like, the thing is, like, I know, gentlemen, that you made the decision to get away from whatever it is that wasn't serving you. You made the decision to move away from whatever situation you weren't gaining from. You weren't gaining any momentum. You weren't doing anything. You were just stuck, stagnant. Congratulations. And yes, you will see changes. I can tell you from experience, you will see changes. You will experience a refreshing feeling, so to speak, when you're not arguing and fighting all the time, or watching your back from some kind of petty attack. You know, but I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna fight, especially if you've been in long, you know, relationships, or you've been on that job for a long time. You've gotten used to that. That's become a part of your life. And so when it's gone, obviously there's going to be like a void. And so you're going to be, you've gotten comfortable. And so the thing is, you're going to contemplate, you're going to think back on those situations. You're going to find yourself sitting, thinking, reminiscing, and all that kind of stuff. And if it's a job or whatever, if it's a relationship, I'm going to tell you, do not focus on the good times. Remember all the bad stuff. Remember all the negative stuff. Remember all the pain. Remember all the things that caused you to decide to leave that situation. Remember that stuff. You don't need to go back. You don't need to go back at all. Because it's just going to be the same or worse. Or worse. So you don't have to go back. But what I suggest is think about it like this. You remember how much energy and focus you put into that situation? And I'm going to specifically speak about relationships. You remember how you watched videos to try to improve yourself, to try to make yourself a better, spouse for your girl. Tried to figure out creative ways to make the relationship better. Tried to establish date nights. You even went against your character. You started to make adjustments where you started to do more romantic stuff and special gifts and putting a lot of energy into, birthday celebration, all that kind of stuff. You put a lot of energy into that situation. Well, guess what? When that thing is over, you still got all that energy. And guess what a lot of people tend to do, unfortunately? They tend to use that energy to focus on the past. I used to have this friend decades ago from Jamaica, dude named Chumpy. And when the Chumpy, how people sit around and, get intoxicated, all that kind of stuff, and they start reminiscing. And one of Chumpy's favorite saying was, "Boys, stop living in the past. Boys, stop living in the past. It's over. Let that go, let it go, let it go." Use that energy to focus on something. This is where the suggestion is at. Use that energy to focus on a project. Just come up with something. Doesn't have to be a project where you have to do woodwork or anything. Just come up with some type of project. Even if it's researching some new career opportunity that you would consider. Even if it's taking a training to improve your skills, sharpen your skills. Even if it's reading books, how-to books. Folk use that because it was a lot of energy. It was a lot. You tried your best. And it was a lot of energy. And it didn't fail because you didn't put enough energy into it. It didn't fail because it failed because you didn't have a cooperative woman. And we're not going to bash women. It just so happened that wasn't the one for you. She wasn't cooperative. You didn't do anything wrong. You just gave it to the wrong person. But for right now, instead of trying to find somebody else to replace them, which ain't no good, that's not going to work, I'm going to tell you straight up, it's not going to work. Use that energy pour that energy into a project, pour that energy into some kind of self-improvement, pour that energy into learning something new, like I said before. Pour that energy into something productive. Start working on cars. Pour some more time into that old car that you've been working on and you just left it there because the girl you were dealing with hated you working on the car. Go back to that. Go back to doing some of the things that you used to enjoy doing that she didn't like you doing, and you stopped because you were trying to be cooperative in the situation. Go back to the things that make you happy, man. Go back to doing the things that bring you joy. You feel me? You got a lot of energy now. You got a lot of energy, and you got to avoid the feel anyway. Fill it with something productive and positive. Fill it with something that's going to help you improve. Fill it with something that's going to help you come up. Something that's going to benefit you and your kids if you have kids, or your future kids. But don't sit and focus. Oh man, I like them little things right there, man. This dude ran past in one of them little slingshot things. I never rode one before. I actually want to ride one. Somebody offered to take me, but I knew there's something else came with that, and I ain't with it. But anyway, like I was saying, pour that energy into something more productive, man. Don't sit around thinking about, it's the same thing dudes do. Like when I was locked up, dudes will literally sit around and try to come up with a better way to do the thing that they sitting in jail for right now. Trying to figure out, instead of trying to figure out an alternative, like just scrap that idea. That idea didn't work, obviously. Scrap that, do something different. Instead, they try to figure out, and then what we do, like when we got past relationships and stuff like that, what we think is I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then she's gonna want me and she's gonna want. It's all ego, man. It's ego. You're gonna put yourself right back in the same situation you tried to escape for the past few years. Don't do it, man. Pour that energy into something new, man. Discover something new. Try to figure out a new talent, new skill, because I'm gonna tell you something else. Once you unlock that door, once you decide to make that move, you got the key. You open that daggone door, man, you're gonna discover a lot. You're gonna be surprised yourself. You're gonna be surprised, but do not utilize that energy focusing on the past, thinking about how you could fix it, because that's what you thought about the entire time you was in the situation anyway. Trying to figure out how to fix it. What could I do better? It ain't you. You just didn't have a cooperative woman, man. That's it. That's the bottom line. You didn't fail. Later on, you're going to look at this situation and you're going to see what you actually gained. You feel me? You're going to see what you actually gained out of this situation. You ain't failed. So stop thinking that. Be encouraged, gentlemen. Be encouraged. Place that focus on something else. It'll work out better for you. I'm telling you, I promise. I've done it. All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.